table and we taking our portions. Of course, the discourse is a sativa show where the content and the guest is unbelievable, but we speak in codes. It's the podcast of the culture, so you already know. We from that big West Coast, boy, where it never snows, where the topics get hot, but the rosin is cold. Here's the next episode, yeah.
Welcome everybody to another episode of Joint Forces. Today's guest is a Northern California recording artist, entrepreneur, the co-founder of Octane Exotics and Smoove Entertainment. He's a father, fitness enthusiast, writer, author, football coach, illustrator, a voice of inspiration, a survivor, and proud West Sacramento native who went from the streets to the stage and from the system to the studio. Ladies and gentlemen, the homie Rico Smoove.
My boy Luke, man.
Welcome to the show, brother.
What can I say? First and foremost, just want to say I appreciate the hospitality.
Absolutely.
The love. Like I told you already, you feel me? We locked in.
Yes, sir.
So you got my support. I appreciate it.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that, man. This show is going to be really nice, man. This conversation, I was really looking forward to this, bro, because we have a lot of similar intertwining experiences and stuff like that. And I think it's important for us to highlight, where we came from is cool, and all the stuff we had to go through, but where we're going is even more important, right? So I think that's one of the key things that our conversation, I hope that the audience will be able to take from, and what we do.
Yes, sir.
So I won't spend you've done, podcasts with everybody from No Jumper to Vlad, all these cats, Big Tone, shout out to Big Tone. So, I won't go hella deep into your, everything that's been covered, your background coming up and all that stuff. But for our viewers, we'll go real quick, you grew up, Pops in prison right when you were born. You coming up and you came up in the system, juvenile hall, CYA. That's the youth authority for anybody who doesn't know what that is. It's like a prison for kids, I guess you could say. One of your big bro gets locked up as you're coming up. And going through all that, right? Mom's, she's out there in the street, you have to go through these different situations where you have to really be raised by the street. You know what I'm saying? You're out there, you're outside straight up.
All day.
And now you took all that hardship, you took all that experience, you took being incarcerated, you took all the setbacks that could have really crumbled somebody, bro. And you took those experiences and those obstacles, and you turned them into strength. You turned them into inspiration. You turned them into a career. I just went down the list of what you founded, what you're doing now, and that's only touching the surface, man. So shout out to you, bro. Hats off to you on that shit, because we see so many homies where they go through half of these things, and they can't make it out of that, So, I really wanted to just, highlight that. Like I said, your story, the beginning of your story has been pretty well covered. But I do want the viewers to know, hey, man, my bro has overcome some really, really, really real shit. And he's here sitting with me today having this conversation. And that's a testament in itself, bro.
Exactly.
Yes,
sir. I appreciate you, my boy. It's all a mentality thing. I just turned 30 not too long ago, February 5th.
Okay.
So it's I always felt like that was my my transitioning real year of I done been through hell and back, had my faith tested multiple times to where, I wanted to break down or just give up.
For sure.
But a lot of the times, I just kept my head up and just decided that it's more of a mentality thing. I stopped blaming others, and I will say that I know that the system wasn't designed for us to succeed.
Absolutely
but
not.
That's needless to say that I take accountability for my actions. I know what I did to get me in certain situations.
For sure.
But that's needless to say. You know what I'm saying? Moving forward, the perseverance of everything is really just I don't know, as a young boy without no father figure or no role model, it's day by day, you're trying to navigate life.
Right.
And you're looking up for somebody that you see in the neighborhood or you see
OG,
on the block.
somebody, yeah.
And that's just what you adapt to, and that's what you kind of take in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's especially hard when you don't have that, like, it's a lack of role models in our situations, in our cultures, right? And we have to learn from the big homie or from the OG that's in the street. And not all the time are they showing us the right way. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we got some big homies that are out there, you know, having us do some crazy ass shit or teaching us some old crazy shit. And we got to kind of learn our own way with our own hard knocks that, hey, maybe that ain't the lane for me, you know?
Facts.
Yeah, man. And it really is, like you said it, like it really is like a me versus me situation, right? The biggest op that you have is yourself. You know what I mean? It's like overcoming that doubt, those situations where you're like, yo, can I do this? Am I able to do this? And really like quieting that voice, learning to not listen to that doubt voice in your head, right?
Exactly.
So when do you really start laying down music?
Like as in what you mean?
Just any, like when do you start putting your first pen to the paper?
CYA.
Okay.
CYA, you know, I started off in poetry, you know what I'm saying, doing spoken word.
Nice.
You know, free poetry. Basically, it's rhyming. It's not going in too deep. You're not talking metaphors or nothing. It's just like straight to the point. I used to, you know, submit my poems because they used to have little contests. And I would be winning them. And all I talked about really is just how I felt in there, how I felt like the system was designed for us to fail.
Yeah.
And, you know, perseverance, trying to like really uplift the rest of my people. And a lot of the times I would get awards and I'd be the first one. And that was just with poetry. After that, I started working more on my penmanship, like in class.
Mm-hmm.
I had a teacher in CYA that kind of like assisted me and supported me to the full degree. One
of them real cats that actually saw some potential in you.
Exactly. I mean, he seen how we was getting treated out there. He didn't like it. He always he never hit his feelings. He would tell us like, I don't like the way they be treating you guys and this and that. Like one day,
like a real person.
Yeah. He's like, one day this shit's gonna get shut down. Like, and years later, that shit shut down.
Straight up, huh?
No more CYA. But yeah, I had that teacher that, you know, guided me, you know, helped me up on my penmanship. He would have me do free writing, creative thinking writing.
Nice.
So I used to just start right there. And once I got my penmanship up, I started getting better at my craft as far as, you know, being able to create something, you know, by implementing how I felt, you know, describing things.
Right.
So that was just the start of it. And then, of course, since a kid, I always had that, you know, aura to my homies where I used to spit freestyles, kicking it.
Right.
And they used to pump me up.
Right.
So I had that already. You were
already
in my heart.
wordsmithing. Yeah.
I had that in my heart. I used to be playing around, joking around, never took it serious. So, you know, when I was in CYA and I learned my penmanship and started getting creative with it, then I started turning my poetries into raps.
Right. Banging on the desk and shit?
Yeah, banging on the desk, being hella loud, obnoxious little kid. Yep, for sure.
Yep. It's crazy how like when you can get one person or somebody to recognize and believe in you, like the type of motivation that can put behind you, right?
Yeah, facts. I was just talking to my boy Vince. You know, he just started training the kids for football training.
Right.
So they run routes. He's working on their feet, their footwork and everything like that.
Yeah.
But he was just saying the same thing. He was like, you know, all we need in this life sometimes is just a little bit of like inspiration or a little bit like, hey, you know what, Luke, you know, Prophet, man, this whole podcast, you doing it, bro.
Right.
That's all you need. It does something to the brain to where you're like, you know what, I am. Yeah. But sometimes, you know, we be putting all this work into stuff like this. People don't know the labor behind it. Right. And they forget that, you know, it takes a lot of hard work. And sometimes we might feel like it's time to just shut down, like, or man, it might not be doing numbers, or you already know how it be.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's just what it comes with it.
Yeah, it's easy to get discouraged in a lot of situations, especially when we're creating, right? It's because we're doing something that usually nobody has done before, or saying it in a way that nobody has said it before. And it's like, easy to be like, damn, is everybody going to feel that? Is people going to like this? Maybe not. And then you know, if you don't get the million views or whatever right off the rip, you're like, damn, maybe I wasn't on it. And then it's that one person that'll be like, no, you're on the right path, man. You're doing it, man. I see you. It's like, I see you, brother.
Yeah, exactly.
Rico, I see you.
Yeah, and then he just like, damn, like, I know I get it all the time. Like, man, like, I see you, like, whatever it may be, like, as far as positivity goes, I think that's what keeps my positivity flowing.
Right.
Is because when I bring it out.
Yeah, no, for sure. And you are having an effect. Even like when I was doing the research for the show, I even like tapped in with a bunch of my homies that are on the street out there all the way down into Modesto, and everybody like co-signed the shit out of you, bro. They're like, nah, man, dude is doing it. He's out there representing. Like it was inspirational, bro.
Yeah,
I was like, yeah,
man. Shout out to 209, man. Shout out to Mo, man.
Yeah, for real, man. It's a beautiful thing, bro. So keep going, bro. Keep grinding, keep doing your thing, because the people are out there cheering you on and rooting you on, even the people that we don't hear and don't see. So you drop what was it? It was setting the record straight in like 2020, right? During COVID?
Yeah. During COVID, yeah.
That shit kind of took off for you, right? Blew up.
Yeah. It took off for me. Like, I already knew it was controversial, you know, just because based on the lyrics.
For sure.
What I was talking about on subjects. Basically, you know, I feel like, you know, I stooped down low on that one. I knew that it was going to go up.
What do you mean by that?
Like, I mean, because now I'm older now, right?
Right.
Everything that, like, how I go off of things now is all frequency and vibrations.
Yep.
So I know at the time, like, based on how I was feeling, I put it into my music and it got out there. So I got my youngsters, I got the little homies, my
all
little cousins,
up,
and just that energy alone, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I was better than that.
Right.
Because a lot of the times I would just be like, shake it off and wouldn't be even giving into anything like that. But like, I just let it, you know, I let it get the best of me. It was just a lesson learned, you know, moving forward. Like,
well, shit, you were like 24 then, right? Or
exactly.
20,
Yeah, I
so
was.
like,
I'll be looking back to
yeah,
it.
that's the like, you know, we go through those progressions as we're younger, and when you're looking back at it now, you say, "Oh, damn, you know, like I really was I could have did better than that, or I could have pushed myself to elevate over that." But at that time, that's what was needed, and like God don't make mistakes, though. He's not misplacing not a grain of sand on this world, and that goes for songs and what we create too. If it wasn't meant to come out, it wouldn't have came out. Straight up, you know, and that's part of your progression as an artist and as a man, you know, to where you are today.
Facts. I like that, bro. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? You putting it in a perspective like that, like I never really looked at it like that.
Yeah.
But
well, that's real, dog.
Yeah. When you put it like that, yeah. Because I know if I didn't have that, I wouldn't be here to be able to look back on that.
Exactly.
And to see what went wrong. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, 100, man. 100. You go on to just do a song with Burner just recently, right?
Yeah, my boy
Maintain.
Burn, man. Maintain.
Yeah, shout out Burner. That's the
shout
homie,
out
man.
Burn, man.
That track goes right there. I like that shit, man.
He was surely a influence in my life growing up. So like that right there was like took me off guard. How it happened too, always organic. Like he always seen me out in traffic and whatnot, and he knew that I was upcoming artist doing my thing. So he would just kind of be like, "Keep doing your thing," like you know, saying "I see you." And then I had did my the Vlad TV interview, and he sent back a message to me. He was like, "Hey man, I like the way you handled yourself on this."
I do too, dog. I really do too. I watched that interview too, and Vlad looked like he was trying to like, I don't know, you have certain cats that they want to just sensationalize their interviews or something, and I felt like you stood down on some shit, and you were like, "Yo, hold up, mommy, like." Let's talk about what I want, what I'm doing now, and what I'm gonna be doing. Not all this. You want to keep bringing up all this negative shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck?
It felt like it was like pulling me. You know, I was already having that battle within myself. So having that too going on that, having that energy is like, come on, man. What's going on here, dude?
Right. No, for sure. You handled that really well. So Burn was right on that, dog.
Yeah. Shout out Burn, bro. So like that was the initial little thing where he just gave me that acknowledgement, gave me that little shout out, like keep pushing. And you know, I kept seeing him more and more at events. I just be kicking it, chopping game. I always ask questions. Always been like trying to pick people's brain and
Right.
see what they felt,
Right.
what their perspective was.
Yep.
So I would just be asking them shit, and he wouldn't hesitate to really be kicking some. So
Yeah.
he would keep it real too. Talk about the losses and everything that he was going through. So
Yep.
I was like, damn, shit.
Yeah, no, he definitely a good one to pick the brain on and be around, and just, whenever we can get knowledge and game from people who are already at a higher level, making millions, making billions. He got shit. Cookies is the clothing line is skyrocketing for my man right now. And it's just, when we get that opportunity to soak up game like that, man, we always have to take it, no matter what it is, even if younger, older, whatever. If somebody's doing something that you haven't done or at a level that you want to get to, it's always good to soak game. And Burn has always been a cat that he's not to the chest with it. He'll share it with the young homies. He shares it with his bros. The minute I touched down, he was, looking out and, giving me encouragement, pushing me on stuff we had to do. We had him on the show on the first season. We went over to the Cookies compound and we had a ball over there, man. It was awesome. So yeah, shout out Burn for that. That song was dope too, Maintain, man. I like that shit. I was knocking that shit earlier. I was riding to the store like, okay, shit.
Yeah, I think he thought that I was gonna pull up and be having like some smoking type shit.
Right.
Which I did kind of on the hook,
Right.
but as far as my verse and shit, I was like basically storytelling.
Yeah, no, it was hard.
He fucked with it and he did his thing too, man.
Right. And then I saw a track that you had that was real as fuck, dog, called Cowardice Act, man. That, man, it talks about a situation where, you were in traffic and a shooting happened. You have your family in your car. And that I already know how just devastating and how I could only imagine how that felt, right? But for you to take that song, be so raw and real with that thing, and turn it into a thing that's teaching a lesson rather than just like glorifying some shit. You could have went on there and started, talking shit and doing all this and doing all that, but you didn't. You kept it 100, kept it real, and I think that man made that song really hit, though.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that, bro. Like, I had a decision in my head, like, how I wanted to do things. When it happened, I didn't reach out to the public, no posts, no.
Yeah.
I kept shit very in between just me and my family and my close ones, you feel me? So everything was very private after that. I had to make sure that my kids, first and foremost, was straight.
100.
Make sure my family was straight. Actually, obviously, too, while I recovery, my shit's still in recovery right now. Got a
That's
little
the
bit
finger you got hit in right there?
Yeah, right here. Went through right here.
Yeah.
And then shattered this motherfucker and then hit this right here. Boom. But shit, thank God. I didn't even have this movement.
Was it going through the car doors? Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Damn.
By the grace of God, you feel me?
Straight up.
The one in the back where my kids was at, where their head was at, it just lodged in.
Man, thank God.
Yeah. And it was 7 shots up in there, but I was the only one that got hit. My girl got hit too in her leg, but it didn't fully impact her.
Damn. Talk about shit hitting close to home, man.
Yep.
That's a fucking life-changing experience, bro.
Yeah. It's real shit too.
No,
like
for real.
I had to really, reevaluate some shit because before my mindset would have been to just be tripping and just doing whatever.
Right. The 24-year-old you.
Yeah. But I'm like, the things that I was already transitioning doing, like the football coach and doing things like that, was like I was already in the transition of like seeing kids do good and trying to be there as some type of role model or assistant, support. Like I felt like that's always been my purpose. Like even besides like the music.
Right.
Like, and that's why right now I'm still kind of like trying to do whatever I can as far as like volunteer work at schools and just see what's up. What can I do? Get my feet wet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And just get more familiarized with, doing that type of work.
Right. But that's because you got a natural leadership skills in you, bro. And when those manifest out, you want to teach the younger generation. You want to teach the people coming up behind you, and give back. That's what it's about, right? It's like, it's always about service and how we can be of service to others. I think that's like one of the main purposes of life is to be of service to others in whatever way we can, whatever way God puts us here to do it, right?
Exactly. Because then what are we doing if we ain't?
What the hell we doing it for?
We wasting the vessel, you feel me? That's what I believe in. And
that's real.
Like, the way I look at it is when I see any type of youngin or anything, my kids, nephews, I see me. You know what I'm saying?
And it is you.
And it is me, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, but I got me there. As long as I'm there, I'm present. So how am I gonna, how am I gonna start breaking this up? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The generational curse has been going on and on and on. Like,
yeah,
who's gonna figure it out?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And the kids need that. I mean, shit, these out here in Sac, Modesto, Stockton, it goes down, man. It's fucking crazy out here. Let's keep it real.
Yeah, facts.
Growing up out here in the valley and in NorCal, man, is like, I talk to people from other places and they're like, yo, you from Modesto? I'm like, they're like, fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, you from Sac? It's like they understand that out here in the streets out here, like, it's not easy to navigate these streets all the time. And sometimes, like, it just gets wild as shit.
Yeah. I mean, like we were talking about, like, the vibrations and the frequencies, like what you put out, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What you deliver to the world.
Yep.
Like, there's a lot of negativity going on, whether it be through artists or celebrities promoting weird shit. We got a lot of crazy shit going on right now that is a heavy influence on all that.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, if you just sit back and analyze, like, okay, back then, of course, like, it was still turned up. It was still wild west days type thing. But overall, there was a lot more, like, dignity. There was more principles.
Right.
Like, like, from the
honor,
start.
loyalty, all them things.
Yeah, from the
really
start. And I mean, like, from the very beginning, from, like, when people just grew up in the neighborhood, it wasn't really a gang. It was just a bunch of people from the neighborhood that got together and made sure that they either protected their neighborhood
Mm-hmm.
or made sure they stood for something. Don't let the cops come around and try to bully them and, do all this extra shit. That's what it was supposed to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yeah, for sure. And, like, on that tip is, like, it's easy to get caught up in the negativity shit too. Like, you had a cat from LA, Lefty Gunplay. He tried to throw some shade on you, and it would have been real easy for you to come back and try to get back on a diss song or this and that. And you deaded that shit, really. You know what I'm saying? You said, like, hey, I'm not even going to get involved in this negative bullshit. Dude talking good to me a couple weeks before or whatever, and now he want to switch up and for clout or whatever the fuck it is. And it's like it would have been easy for you to say, okay, I'm gonna jump in that and whatever, do it for clout or do it to get my name back or anything. And it's like, you know what? I don't even gotta honor that shit, bro, because I'm on a different path. And if you're trying to pull me down on some negative shit, then you could stay in the dust.
Exactly. And it's like I told you, like, I had to learn first, like I told you, to set the record straight. That was just like a little example, time and time, like, just not getting it through my head. Like, I've always had multiple messages throughout my music. A lot of it being one-sided, talking about the streets, trying to narrate things that I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other times where, of course, I was young-minded, turned up, talking about sliding and guns, the normal negativity shit.
Right.
But
a lot of your music that I listen to, I feel like you really gravitate towards, like, mob beats.
Yeah,
stuff like
yeah.
that. I heard that in there.
Yep. Northern Cali, man.
Yeah, man.
Either that or, I fuck with the G-Funk too,
Yeah.
from Southern California, you know what I'm saying? Like DJ Quick,
Yep.
producers like that. They always, Daz Dillinger,
Daz is killer.
things like that. So, I was influenced on both sides. So I know the difference between, the mob music,
Mm-hmm.
the mob beats, the Northern Cali style, and then, you got the G-Funk era, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. Who's your favorite Sac rapper, dead or alive?
Me.
That's right. Rico too Smoove,
Yeah,
baby.
yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's a good
I'm
answer,
my favorite
dog.
rapper right now, you know what I'm saying?
That's right. I like that.
I got to pick me.
As you should. What about if you could collab anybody in the world right now? It don't even have to be a rapper. It could be a singer, whatever. Who's your number one collab on your list, on Rico's list right now?
I think I wanted to do some with either J Boog or one of the Marley brothers.
Ooh, that'd be hard, though.
You know what I'm saying?
That would be hard.
Yeah, I've been thinking out the box, especially since we've been on our cultivation shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Trying to get
dipping around the grow room. You know what I'm saying?
Trying to dip around the grow room. I'm trying to get loose with it, have fun. I've been smiling more. Like I said, all the stuff that I've been through, I know that I was always hard shell, always in pictures. I'm just trying to
like you said, that energy you put out, you get back. Yeah. Now you smiling, you getting smiles back now.
Exactly.
Getting your flowers back now, as they should be.
Yep.
That's cool, man. J Boog is hard. Marley Brothers would be hard. Damien's a killer on that motherfucker. Steven, all for real, any of them. Ziggy's dope too.
I like it a lot. I mean, when I go to the islands, man, that's the first thing,
Have you been traveling over there before?
Yeah, I went to Hawaii for my birthday for the first time.
Ooh.
Yeah. My
Nice.
my girl had planned it and helped me out.
Just this last one that you just had?
Not this last one, but the
before
one,
that?
my
Nice.
29th birthday.
Okay.
That was better. I didn't really do it since I came into my 30. I'm like, we
You're
chilling,
like,
kicking it, we
whatever.
smoking. Yeah. I'm like, man, I just want to be around my loved ones,
Right.
ones that I fuck with. We just smoking.
Right.
But went to Hawaii.
What island you go to?
Honolulu.
Okay, well, that's cracking there, ain't it? Yeah. Yeah, I took my daughter there for her birthday in September. And that was, man, we had such a good time.
A beautiful place.
Man, it's paradise. I mean, it gives you a different feeling over there, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a whole different vibe in that bitch.
Right. Yeah, exactly. When you got to be probably, I would say not everybody probably could feel that, but you got to probably be a different type of person,
I agree with that.
to feel it in your heart, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? To recognize that, the nature out there, the climate and everything.
And everything, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. The animals, like.
The Hawaiians call it the aloha spirit.
Yeah.
And you can feel that shit, man.
Yeah,
For real.
and that's for real. Yeah, a lot of them, it's cool.
Yeah.
A lot of them, I know that they ain't scared to throw down. They throwing down like a motherfucker out
I was
there.
locked up with a lot of Hawaiian brothers. The brothers.
Yeah, brothers. Yeah, brothers don't fuck around.
hell
Them
no.
motherfuckers
They'll
that
fuck
come
around,
out, they
boy.
fight like MMA fighters, and they just regular, just
Barefoot, too. They come at you barefoot, dog. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, but when I went out there too, man, I did something good. I was with my cousins and everything. Something put it on my heart. Reached out to some projects out there. I know a lot of people probably didn't even think they even had projects.
Oh, they definitely
You know what I'm
do,
saying?
yeah.
But they most definitely do. And,
They got some hoods over there.
We visited 2 of them. We seen the kids. I did a video out there. Like,
Oh, that's hard.
it was nice. And that it ain't even out till this day. I just been waiting for it. But
That's cool, dog.
that's a their
A
time.
lot of cats wouldn't even have took their time to do that on a birthday vacation or
Yep.
something like that.
Exactly.
That's
So
some real shit.
due diligence, man.
Yeah, no, that's for sure.
Yep.
If you could go anywhere in the world, where would it be? Where's your next spot that you could pick?
I'm not sure. It'd have to be somewhere fucking.
You been over to Europe or any of those places? over there?
Nah.
Okay, me neither. I need to get out there.
Yeah. Nah, I haven't been.
So they got an event out there called Mary Jane Berlin. It's in Germany. It's coming up this year. I think it's in April. And like all the people from the industry have all been telling me, man, you got to go out to this shit. You got to go out to this shit. So this year we might try to go out there. And that would be my first time like getting out off, I've been to Hawaii, I've been down to Puerto Rico and, Mexico and shit like that. But I never, went across the big pond.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
So
That's a little power play in itself. I mean, I could see myself doing the same thing. So like when you mentioned that, I wouldn't mind going somewhere like that. I was thinking like vacation style. I'm all thinking islands.
Right.
I'm like the islands.
Yeah.
Wherever, anywhere in the islands.
No, for real. Once you've been to Hawaii, you want an island jump after that, right?
Nah, facts, man. I didn't want to leave, man.
Yeah. I feel you on that. You and I also have something else in common, man. You're an author.
Yeah.
I saw your book on
My
Amazon,
boy.
man. A Sad But Happy Christmas, children's book.
Yes, sir.
And you illustrated it yourself.
Yeah. CYA.
That's fucking hard, dog.
Oh yeah, appreciate that,
Yeah,
bro.
man. So, like, what was your inspiration to writing it, and like, what was your purpose? What inspired you to write it?
So like I told the youngest the other day when I visited him at school, I was telling him, I ain't gonna lie, man. I initially did the project because it was like a nonprofit that went in there and they had like set up a workshop class.
Right.
And they put the little sign-up sheets out there in the day room. And we was always on lockdown. We wasn't getting out. So a lot of the times when they had things like that, only the ones that truly, truly wanted to get out there and do stuff, actually get busy,
get better,
they would be signing up for stuff like that. So I was one of them. And initially I was just like trying to get off of the unit.
Right. I'm just trying to get out the cell.
I'm just trying to get out the cell. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it real.
Right.
Like,
no, for real.
That was my initial thought. And,
that's how God works, bro.
As I'm coming up session after session, it was kind of like just a blah, 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 blah
Right.
at first. But like I said, the poetry and all that, I already did that.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm like, it just started clicking because she said that we got to do something for the children because it's a children's book. So you have to like simplify things to the best of your ability and get creative telling a story that kids can not only feel, but like understand or relate to. Yep. So once they gave me, that was basically the topic right there. I was like, ooh, it just hit me. I was like, I'm just going to tell a story about a little kid, a sad one, sad but happy Christmas.
Right.
And talk about my life, when I was a kid growing up, how it was for me.
Yeah,
I didn't even have like the main objective for the book to be about gratitude. It just ended up being about that.
Right. Just because that's what was already in your mind.
Exactly. Yeah. That's just what was in my mind. And that's the lesson that I learned from it.
Mm-hmm.
And I just implemented it in my work.
Right.
But once they gave me a topic, that's when I started making having more interest. So I was like, hold on. Now
I could do this shit.
Yeah, I think I could do this. And towards the end, actually, it was just me and another kid from another unit. We were the ones that got our books sold from the California endowment, and they sold over like 500 copies.
Hell yeah.
Yep. And I was in there.
Hey, oh shit! Yeah, you're a celebrity in that.
I didn't even know what. And at the time, it's so crazy, man. I still didn't take it. I didn't know how big that of achievement that was. At the time, I was just like,
whatever.
Yeah, this was cool. The only thing that came out to me that I was happy about is that at the end they just had a surprise, like they brought all the people
celebration.
They brought the ones that made it and got their book sold. They told them to come into the visiting room, and man, at first I'm like, oh shit,
right. What the fuck I do?
Room. I'm like,
man, about
we
to strip search me in this bitch.
Yeah, because I know it was a random day where it wasn't
ain't nothing going on. Yeah.
My mom, she ain't seen me in a while because she stayed a distance away. So I'm like, man, this is awkward.
Right,
man.
Something funny style going on.
Came there, man. My mom ended up popping up. They had cake, some food, and showed me the little certificate. And I felt that.
Right,
I felt that,
for sure.
I didn't really see the real achievement into it until like years later.
And at that point in your life, too, you probably didn't have a lot of achievements that your mom could come celebrate with cakes and shit like that. So that's a big deal, man.
Nah, facts. Exactly. Yeah. Now that's why, which brings me why I've even had to reinvent it. And I was like, man, I got to push this out.
Yeah.
Because it was just a little dusty book that I had tucked away. I had a few copies.
Mm-hmm.
They were tucked away in my closet, but I had them for years. The whole time I'm upcoming and in and out of jail. I always had that from YA, that little achievement. Never told nobody, didn't pursue it in any way.
Really tripping on
you know what I'm saying? I was like, it's whatever.
Right.
But, this is recent when I just did it because I was like, nah, this has to go out.
Right.
Like,
I got to release this shit.
Yeah, exactly. Because of the meaning. And then I was like, everything started coming together right then and there. I was like, okay, then I could go to schools and use that as leverage to push them and people could support that message and support that rather than all the shit that I done already stacked
and then
up.
Support you on some other things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you support me on all the murder, kill, sliding,
right,
then you could support me on some positive shit I'm actually making a real impact.
Right.
Especially with the youth, you know what I'm saying?
Straight up. And, again, like we said, we don't always see the impact that we have. Like that could affect one kid's life in such a profound way that maybe they decide to be a writer or decide to have gratitude for their situation where they weren't feeling like that, and that's just a huge thing. If like whenever we do anything, it's like if we can save one person, you know what I'm saying, then it's worth it, right? If we saved one life off that book, then damn, then it's well worth the writing it and the time and energy and everything that you put into that thing.
Yep. Compared to, you know, the flip side of like setting people up for failure
Right.
or putting that negativity out and
Right.
setting people up to go out and crash out.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, now that I look at it like that, it's like, man, it's a no-brainer. I'd rather pour into that. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. There's enough people telling people how to crash out, and they see enough examples of that shit. They need to see more people that came from that life and know how to turn it around, you know what I'm saying? And can position themselves to be able to turn it around, because now you become an inspiration in a different way. You're not inspiring them to go slide, like you said, or go run a skit or something. You're inspiring them to actually take care of their family, become entrepreneurs, become inspirations to their community and somebody to be a role model in their community. And we don't even set out to be those things. You just end up being those things because you're doing good work.
Exactly. I
Right.
like the way you put that, man.
Yeah, straight up. No, it's real shit, man.
Sir.
Are you do you have anything like any plans to write some more? Do another book of any sort or anything like that?
Yeah, I want to do a series, you know, just talking about, you know, different topics, different subjects about, you know, gratitude, perseverance.
Like some self-help type stuff?
self-help, like just basically educational. It's educational in its own way, you know what I'm saying? Through storytelling and, you know, kind of like piggybacking off of my original artwork and story. So it's Little Rico as the boy, you know. I was probably just thinking about just making a whole like Little Rico.
Little Rico series.
Yeah, Little Rico series, you know.
That's dope.
Teaching them about different things in life. And yeah, that's one of my what I want to do. Obviously I got all business and everything. So right now I'm like so tied up with trying to juggle everything.
That's what I was gonna say, man.
Yeah.
How you gonna find time to do that? You're a busy man right now, dog.
Yeah, so it's like I learned that I can't overexhaust myself.
Right.
You know, thinking like, oh man, I need to hurry up, do this. Like when I got that book out the first time, I knew that I had to be like that and get that out.
Right.
It was just something like a seed, basically.
Something pushing
so
you.
I was like, let me get this out. Let me get this pushing. Let me be able to give these books to a charity or to somebody. Like that was always the goal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I was able to achieve that too. I actually went to the Mustard Seed School for homeless children. It's right there downtown. I actually was there when I was a kid with my mom.
Wow, that's a full circle moment.
Yeah. So she when she was all going through her phases and her walks of life, we was down there, you know, and I remember how it felt, you know, not having a home to go to, you know, seeing the different type of people that were around that area, you know, on drugs, dope fiends, and
for sure,
you know, stinking in the bum. I'm just like, man,
you remembered all that shit.
We're walking amongst them, like, like, but I'm like looking at us like we not like them, but like, you know what I'm saying? But I remember that feeling. It came full circle around though when I did a car show and they were raising money for that same spot.
You were like, hey, I was at that motherfucking spot.
Yeah. And before that, I was already trying to plot and I was trying to reach out and I didn't really get through because maybe it just wasn't the timeline. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it came full circle at that show when I went to go perform and everything. It was actually right after I got shot.
Wow.
Yeah. It was probably only like a week later.
Damn, you was on stage a week after you got shot.
Week later.
Some
right
Bob
there
Marley
inside.
shit.
Yeah. I mean, like the way I saw it is like I was given another chance for a reason, and obviously I'm here.
Straight up.
You know, I could walk with my head up. I'm not walking down in shame. I'm not gonna be scared to be walking my city like that.
Of course not.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna make wiser decisions. I'm gonna lead by example, and I'm gonna try my best to, you know, just stay focused on what really matters. You know what I'm saying? That's the overall objective. You know, me. As long as I'm well balanced and I could implement the same thing in my music, then like you said, you know, I could be that inspiration to someone.
Yeah. I had a similar push on my book too. I had it like the idea that I knew I wanted to write it. I had written like 20 pages or something and I just sat there the whole time I was locked up. And then I got put in the shoe, and I kept getting put in the shoe and kept getting put in the shoe. And then finally, in one of those long ass 8 months in the shoe or some shit, I ran out of reading material, didn't have nothing in the cell anymore. And I was like, all right, shit, I'm going to start writing this book, man. And then so every day at 1 o'clock in the shoe after lunch, I'd just start writing a couple pages. And I just started out real small. I was like, you know what? I'm going to write 4 pages a day. That'll be my goal. And I just started that 4 pages because that's all the paper, they would only give us 4 pages at a time.
Exactly.
So
Exactly. Get it down with them foes.
Get it down with them foes.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, man, and it ended up, I had that push, man, and it made me do it. And I'm glad that God sat me down and made me do it like that, man. It was a blessing.
Yeah, it happened organically the way it should be.
Right.
That's why I'm seeing things for what it is now in this life. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes if you try too hard to try to make something, it's just, you just got to go with the flow.
Yeah, man.
Hey, roll with the punches.
And just show up sometimes.
Yep.
So a lot of times we put so much pressure on ourselves to achieve this and achieve that, especially the type of personalities and individuals we are, where we're in so many multiple different roles and different things. And sometimes, man, it's I don't got to put all that pressure on me. All I got to do is just show up. Just show up, man. And you being you will already have the effect and do what it's supposed to do. Let's talk about Octane Exotics, man. That's the brand. When did you guys launch?
Octane Exotics, man, I ain't gonna lie. The birth of it, the thought, seed, that was years ago, probably around when I was about 24.
Okay.
With my cousin Zach, you know what I'm saying? We already had it plotted out.
You talking about Rosin Ring, Zach?
Yeah. They gonna know him for that same stamp. They're gonna be go by the AKA. That's your boy. That's your man's. He fucked my chest up. Nah, but well, my boy, you know what I'm saying? We always been that team trying to piggyback off each other.
Right.
With music wise, he used to just be there and support. You know what I'm saying? If I needed to slide out of town, he still do it to this day. We had each other's back like that, where he was just rocking, I'm rolling. Right. There ain't really nothing to say. We gonna be good. I got your back, you got my back. Mm-hmm. And that was our type of shit. So when we started throwing things around, as far as branding, it was basically our breaking point of saying bro, what we should have been kind of did this. What are we?
Right.
And we've
already been talking about it.
Yeah, and we would stall it out for hell long. But you know why? Is because we had a bunch of bumps in the roads and a bunch of, roadblocks where we felt that we were actually about to coming to a situation where we had good business.
And don't be good.
And it don't be good. And we had it multiple times. So, at this point,
be discouraging.
Man, we feel defeated.
Right.
He you know what I'm saying? He working his ass off. I'm trying to work my ass off. I'm juggling. I was going to college at the time, community college at Sac City. And he's doing work, tile, and he's juggling. And he learned how to record me type shit. You know what I'm saying? Right. We was in the basement.
Right.
That's the type of work ethic we had. So the birth of it was us saying we need something for ourselves. And we came up with Octane Exotics because we're going off a 91 premium, gas.
Right.
We want to be known, you know what I'm saying, for that original cut, throwback gas.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Whether it be some Gorilla Glue,
right.
Whether it be some OG.
Right. Some of those original gases.
All them original gases. So that's what we were okay, well, that Octane. You know what I'm saying? That's all we got. We got nothing but hit your chest.
Right. That
was the seed of it. But we didn't fully have it until fruitation until we actually linked up with Lou and Sal.
At Casa Flor.
Casa Flor, man. My boys, Lou and Sal, man. Mama Trudy, the whole team.
Right.
They used to see me already hustling, doing my thing, marketing and promoting. They used to see me and him always together. So they would already be trying to catch up with us. Hey, man, what you guys got going?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think they already seen something already in us. And they kind of from the beginning, it was more a helping hand and not even I want something back, but more of I see you going up. We've been doing our thing. Maybe we could help each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
some real shit.
We had a first initial meeting. I had my meeting with Lou first time, and we went over everything, and I was saying, I got the syrup, man. Like, I'm pushing it. I'm pushing it out the trunk. Like, I'm laying it on him. Like, and he's just like
motherfuckers slanging old CDs.
Yeah, exactly. And he's just like, damn, boy, like, man, like that. And he's seeing all the motion and all the work. And he's just like, damn, man, I see all the stuff on Instagram and stuff. He's like, I don't know too much about that, but I see you, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, well, shit, man, I see you. But I honestly told him that initial meeting, like, basically, like, I would get at him. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew at the time.
I'll circle back with you when I'm ready.
I was about 24, 25, you know what I'm saying, at the time. And it wasn't full circle for me in my mentality and my push and drive. So I never really fully reached back. We had Octane Exotics on the shelf, like not like in the market, but
like shelved.
Yeah, shelved. You know what I'm saying? Like we had the idea, the seed, everything's there, but we kind of took it off.
Right.
We started just grinding, man, just grinding. We started getting more like into like the cannabis culture in general. Like, man, like it's a time right now where everybody's doing the same shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Especially people within my genre, people that, you know, really have no sense of really direction. You know what I'm saying? And that's because, you know, it's just a simple little box for them.
Right.
You know, and for me, you know, I already thought big, and I'm like, man, I see myself right here.
Right.
So like automatically, man,
if y'all going right, I'm going left.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. No, I feel you on that. You really have to, though, in this market now. Like, we're up here in Sacramento where there's like more weed and more stores and more brands and anything around, right?
Yeah.
So it's like you really have to do something to set yourself apart in a different way. And I mean, you definitely doing that. I've never seen anything like that in the market. That shit is dope, dog.
Thank you, bro. So you
got the Agua Fresca line cracking off right here.
The Agua Fresca line, man, it's 1,000 milligrams. The first trials and tribulations with people, and when they tried them, they obviously didn't read the directions.
Had a couple people slumped on that thing, didn't
had a lot of people slumped, and they knew what time it was, but I actually got the people that enjoy like clean products and heavy stuff like the live rosin. I actually had like the appreciation value on it.
Sure.
And we were able to kick it like to, you know, the
real ones.
The ones that, that are
you
sticking
ain't
to the
no
code.
bullshit in there. It ain't just a distillate liquid or some shit like that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like that, hey, you guys are actually putting some good product in there, good input, and it's gonna show in the effect and how like the real people that say, hey man, I'm trying to try something, but I don't want to drink some hot dog water. I want to drink some real shit.
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, let's keep it real. Like the generation that's on the lean, and we've seen the effects over the years of what that has on people and what it does to people. So this is like a step away from that to where you said, hey, yo, man, you can still pour something in your cup, but you could actually be good and healthy, and actually you're medicating your body in a natural way now, and in a way that you're not going to be like fucked off in a year of using this. You actually could be better.
Exactly.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah. This ain't no pharmaceutical.
Right.
Yeah, this is the real deal, man.
Right. You're giving them a product that in a year they could be better. Like not a lot of people can say that, you know?
Exactly. Especially within our world.
Right. In our world, exactly. Most of the time, man, listen, for my first 20 years, I was giving people product that wasn't good, dog. You know what I'm saying? Name the gamut of drugs, and I was selling all of them. And, you know, and it felt good. Like when we opened our dispensary in 2004, I'm going to keep it real. Like we did it initially just for the money. Like I was like, yo, this is going to be a good way. Cause I was already growing and doing my thing then. I was like, this is going to be a good way to make money. But like within like a couple months, bro, I was like, damn, we're actually doing good work here, man. Like people are coming up to us and saying, man, thank you for being here, man. I wouldn't be able to play with my kids if I didn't come here and get the medicine that you guys had. And it really had a profound effect on me, bro. It was like, I was like, damn, like after that and after having those experiences, the money kind of became the secondary thing. I was like, the good work that we're doing, the response that we're getting from the community, that was really what started to motivate me. It was weird. It was like a crazy shift. And I was young too then. I think I was, when we opened the dispo, I was 24. You know what I'm saying? Same time, man. So you have a new line that just coming out. Not even this shit is an exclusive. It ain't even in the shit ain't even in the store yet.
The only ones that's going to be coming on the market is these two middle ones right here. And since I already picked them out, I might as well introduce them.
Yep. What are they called right there? What are those?
We
flavors?
got the exclusive drop. This is my boy out of San Jose, California, Baldy's Mixed Drinks. So my boy, he's from San Jose. He has a personal good statement, I would say, in background and history too.
Nice.
He did penitentiary time, and he actually started off making Pruno. You know what I'm saying? So he started off making Pruno, man. He did his time. He served his time. He got out. And same thing or same stories. You know, we're just trying to go all in. We want to innovate,
Right.
and we want to get money and be our own businessman. So he took a shot on himself, and he started putting the footwork in. Before you know it, he's in a bunch of liquor stores. He has his Baldy's Mixed Drinks. I forgot how much the percentage is, but
it's enough.
It's enough. Yeah. I'll try to get you in contact with my boy, man. He'll look out for you.
Nice.
I see you drinking that cognac, man.
Yeah.
He got that horchata cognac. He got that strawberry cognac. So
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try that.
shout out my boy Baldy's. This is the guava though. So far, this has been my favorite one.
The guava.
The guava.
Nice.
Yeah, it pours up real nice.
Are you just hitting it straight or are you mixing?
So it depends. Sometimes, I mean,
Depending on how you feeling.
depending on how I'm feeling, but I want to say keep it real. Like we did all the R&Ds, and we were the ones that were testing our own products. So
you drank a shitload of that.
exactly, and only one that can understand how it works would know.
Right.
So like we done did it all any ways you could consume it. We did it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You have to. You trying all the R&D shit. If you're gonna put the product out, you want to know everything about it.
We tried all the R&Ds. We used to be pouring up about an ounce. Like I said, it's 1,000 milligrams, so we was way overdue.
Right.
But we learned the hard way. It was a good learning experience.
Right.
We knew that they were strong.
You drink if you drink too much, you can be in a bad spot.
Yeah,
you can be in a real bad spot.
Heart beating, you're
Everything.
hearing it,
You think you're
echo.
dying.
Yeah, exactly. So
people don't understand that. Like that, you can smoke a lot of weed and you get tired and you might go to sleep and shit like that. But if you take too many edibles, you can be in a really bad spot.
yeah, facts. Especially if you're not an edible type of person.
If you're not in there. Yep.
If you're not in that zone and you don't really fuck around with it, you got to really tread lightly. You know what I'm saying? But the next one is passion fruit. Passion fruit, I'd say, is right there on the same level. Pours out. It's nice and light. Not too sweet.
Right.
Now that we know the proper dosage, we just fill this up to about 5 milliliters, and then we just dose it in our Sprite or any type of drink that you got, about 16 fluid ounces, and shake well. We advise people too to shake before. Just it is live rosin syrup,
Right.
So sometimes
make sure it's a homogeneous mixture.
You might want to shake it up a little bit, but our next line that we don't have officially coming out. We had to fix something on it, so we called it back and said, hold on, let us fix this.
Right.
We got the horchata champurrado, and we got strawberry horchata. So these ones got that creamy flavor, a little bit of cinnamon to it.
Right. Like a real horchata.
Yeah, like a real horchata. I actually poured some up in my horchata and fire.
Yeah.
Super fire. But these are our next lines that we got coming out right now.
I like that, man. That's fucking dope, though.
Hell yeah, appreciate it, man.
Are you guys are in the market right now? How many stores are you in right now?
I know it's well over like 100.
Oh wow.
Yes, sir.
Fuck, you're really banging that shit out.
Yeah. So
I saw you guys rolling the video rolling into Toasties. Down in Sac. Yeah, that was cool.
So that's been me and my boys' footwork. You know what I'm saying? Like we like literally like was like, man, like we could shift all our energy into doing something like this. Mm-hmm. This is you can't get no better than this.
Right.
We branded ourselves. We're pushing for ourselves. We're not out there working for nobody.
Right.
So it's like, man, we know that that's our homework.
It's a dream. It's a dream job, ain't it?
Yeah, it's a dream job. And then me and him, like we're not new to cannabis or the structure, the plan of anything.
Right.
But we're new to the business side. So
Right.
a lot of
it's
things.
Different. There's a lot of shit that like.
It's a like compliance. We know everything. And, you know.
And you had to learn that the hard way, right?
Shout out my boy Sal and Lou.
Yeah.
Casa Flow, the whole team, they're real strong on, you know, compliance.
Making sure it's right.
Making sure everything's in order. Making sure we have everything down to a T. It's really opened my eyes to like the business side. Like it gets real technical and not like in a bad way, but in a way to where
you gotta learn it.
You need to know this. Like, you know, this is your basic knowledge, you know what I'm saying? The blueprint.
I had a learning curve when I got out on trying to figure out the rec market and like all the stuff that goes into it and all that shit. And you're right, man. There's a lot of shit that like, you know, back in the day, I got a 20 pack or a 50 pack. I put whatever my number was on it, put it back out. And it was like that easy to do the math and all that shit. Now it's like, yo, we got to talk about, you know, the right packaging. And then the packaging doesn't have something on it. And then we got to buy a sticker to put it over. And then once we put the sticker on it, it goes in here and you got to do all the metric shit and all this shit. And at the end of the day, you're like, damn, I'm putting this product out for, you know, whatever, $10. I'm only making a couple of dollars on it. They selling it for 35 or some shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
we went into a few. We were like, we knew that the price range was somewhere about anywhere from 19 to 25.
Right.
We went to some, and just like you said, I told my boy, I'm like, damn, they getting their chicken, they 35.
Right. No, and they wondering why they ain't selling as many as they should.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
it's
like, fast enough. Like they know, and surprisingly, like even for the ones that have been hidden, obviously they've been selling because they still re-up.
Right.
But it's like, come on. Right. Dispensaries, we got to do a little bit better. I know you got to make your money. Everybody got to make their money, but
well, the fucked up thing is the dispensary in this system has gotten like loaded with all the taxes on their end, you know? So it's like, it sucks for them too.
On this side, so it's a double sword.
Yeah, it is, because they get put in a position where even if they put their like little, you know, double up on it or something like that, they still got to pay another 30-something% on tax. Cannabis is the only thing that we get taxed at like 30-something%, like off every dollar. You know what I'm saying? And that's just like, that's wild, man. They wonder why it's so goddamn hard to run a brand or run it, you know, be successful, is because, you know, the customer is thinking like, damn, y'all charging $45 for this eighth? And you're like, nah, I sold it to them for 15.
Exactly. Yeah. And they don't know. And that's been an eye opener for me too. Like I didn't know. So we started talking business and going over price margins and looking at it. And then I was like, man, like it's way deeper than what the eye can see.
Way deeper.
Yeah. And then I enjoy it though. I like having the knowledge of it because, you know, now I could, you know, walk and talk.
Right. You can actually be confident there, be confident and know what you're talking about.
I know what I'm talking about, man. I'm not cocky. I'm still learning.
Always.
You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, yeah, that's what we on, man.
Well, you know what they say. The people who say that they know everything don't know shit.
Don't know shit.
Yep.
Don't know.
Now, I forever want to be a student.
Yep.
Continue learning, continue getting better, man. That's when I stop learning, I hope I'm dead. You know what I'm saying? Because now I'm going to be stagnant anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. So, what kind of like future projects do you got coming up that you're excited about, dog?
I got one with Casa Florida. It's a music project. We collabed on the music. So what they did basically, you know, is invested in studio time and beats. They made connections, and we got certain producers, and we did everything like from the ground up.
Nice.
They locked it in with a producer by the name of AC out there in Southern California right now. He's doing this thing, and we linked up with CA also. You know, that's a Grammy Award mix and mastering engineer. We got about 10 tracks. We're supposed to do 5. We're supposed to do 5 solid ones. But I did about 10 tracks, and honestly, I just think each one slaps to me. So I'm gonna try to push.
We're doing 10 now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Sometimes it happens like that.
That's what I'm gonna try to push. That album, I'm most proud of.
You got a title to it yet?
I think I was gonna call it Higher Elevation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Working title might be Higher Elevation.
Yeah. Nice. And you know, basically on there, like you were talking about before we even started this, like you're like, you don't want to keep repetitive, like going back on my history and all the negative things and all this and that, for the simple fact that, you know, it's more inspiring and more motivational to talk about the things that I have in the future and what I am working on.
Right.
So that one is strictly what I'm talking about. Just, you know, going through what I've been through, learning from it, and making better decisions. Trying to it used to be trying to do right.
Right.
Like that was my old message. Like,
Ain't no more trying anymore.
It ain't no trying no more. It's like I got 3 boys.
Right.
You either gonna man up, figure it out, or be lost until you fucking 40 years old. And I'm not trying to be a 40-year-old fucking still rapping the same shit, still hanging around.
Still like, out there. Yeah. No, like, hell no. We ain't nobody trying to do that.
And I got a bigger vision. So it's like.
You want to be in a suit on a private jet.
Exactly, man. Or, you know what I'm saying? With my toes out in the sand. Right, like I told you, you feel me on the island.
No, straight up, man. That's cool, man. Shout out to Casa Flor though, man, for like they out there hustling like a motherfucker too. I see them everywhere. Like all the events I go to and do our thing, I always see Lou and Sal and the fam out there. And you really have to, man, to be successful in this industry right now. You got to bleed the block out there every day. It's not something like you get a lot of people like, oh, I want to do a weed brand, and they're like on the side of this other job I'm doing, and I'm like, man, you got to dedicate 24/7 to this thing if you really want to be successful.
Facts.
And you'll see people that are half in and half out, and that shit is just it's flat, and you can see it. But shit. Casa Flor is not one of those brands, man. They out there every day. And you know what else is cool with them is they're really representing the culture. They're really out here representing with who they are. And that's needed.
Yes, exactly. Especially, you already know, in the times we living in, and then, you know, with, you know, all the new legislations and laws that done passed, like you yourself, like, you know, coming from your background and having to sit down for all that time and then coming out. And now a lot of things are just whatever now, you know, the things that you done did in the past, you've seen the effects now, and now they're just like, oh yeah, we're taxing on it now.
Right.
We sent him to the penitentiary for years, but now we're just gonna tax off it and make some money and just call it a day. You feel me?
Right. No, it was so my bro got out in 10 years. Obama gave him clemency, but I had to do 15. And so it was like watching the industry grow. Sometimes it would be like a frustrating situation, but most of the time with me, it was inspiring kind of, you know, because if what me and my bro did opening one of the early dispensaries, if we would have went into prison and then it just all went away, right? People got scared, feds hit everybody, and there's no more industry. I would have felt like we did the shit for nothing. So to me, it was like, you know, watching that shit, I was like a cheerleader in there. I'm like, yeah, come on, man, knock another dispensary, keep going, open another one, open another brand. You know what I'm saying? This brand's doing good. Hell yeah. One of the ways, like, you know, seeing Cookies do their thing and seeing Connected and all these, you know, dudes like that I knew in the street and before the game, you know, and seeing them launch and do well and able to transition from the street into being legit was an inspiration to me, man. So getting out, it was super like different to me though, to be able to try to jump in and navigate, because I missed that whole time that a lot of people had that learning curve. But one thing that I did know was like, you can't stop hustle, man. You can't stop good energy. You can't stop grind. If you really want something and you really put your mind to it, you're going to achieve it. And, you know, that's what like the whole shit with Prophet is that we hope I continue to inspire the next generation, my daughter, you know, anybody who can see and say, hey, man, he did 15 years. He got out. He wrote a book. We doing podcasts now. We doing brands. We doing these things. And that's not to like, you know, big up ourselves, but it's to highlight that anybody can do this. Anybody can jump out here and put in that work and grind and manifest the shit. And but like when we say manifest, right? It's not just talking about it. It's like manifesting it, saying it, but then actually out there going and putting in that work.
The steps. People don't understand. They think that, you know, manifestation is just saying it. Like how you said, it's verbal, a verbal thing. But in the end, like anyone that has been through that and been put to the test, you know that you can't just say it and it's just going to come to you. Right. You got to slowly but surely take the necessary steps. Even if you take a few and then just leave it there for a minute.
Right.
Come back. As long as you're making some type of forward progress. Like, I see that. And I like the way, you feel me? Like how I put it, that's how I already was looking at your situation. It's like, man, you in there and you seeing all these laws, but that just shows like the humility part of it for you, for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like you took that as not a way like, why me type pity myself, but inspiration and motivation. And that's dope.
Yeah.
Because, you know, a lot of people, like myself included, I was already automatically, you know, thinking that and going in that direction, like, man, fuck these motherfuckers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's dope, bro, that, you know, you held on to that and you didn't really like look at that as like, you know what I'm saying, I'm defeated.
Right. No, never that, man. We always got to keep stepping, keep moving forward. Rick, man, I appreciate you coming on the show, brother. Where can people tap in with you if they want to hit you?
They can get me up on my Instagram, official_Rico2Smoove. Yep, I mainly be on there. You know
and
what I'm
that's
saying?
you that they tapping in with.
Yeah, that's me.
Ain't no
I don't
service
have no bots or no service.
That's right. That's real.
For the ones that know me, my supporters, fans, they know I try my best to be like really reaching out, tapping back in with them, engaging. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you can reach out.
You got any shows coming up?
Not yet. Usually it starts getting cracking like towards
springtime, summertime,
summer, because then you know the sun comes out. So hopefully, man, I want to do a lot of volunteer work this year. So like whatever I could do, like without getting the bag, I ain't really worried about it. I just want to,
do some good work.
Yeah,
I'm with you on that, man. You
need
to tap in with me. We'll do it side by side.
Yeah, straight up, man.
For sure,
you
man.
already know that's real.
Yeah, for sure, man. Well, I appreciate you being on the show, brother. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Joint Forces. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and comment button, and we'll catch you next time.